Hello friends, welcome back to Industry Learning, and today in this session basically I am going to discuss about all the sheet metal commands in NX, and for that you have to stay connected till the last of the session and you will be knowing about all these commands without any confusion. So let's start. So friends, I have opened this NX software, you can see here, and for sheet metal commands I have to click on new, and here we will see sheet metal module, and then we will click on OK. Then you can see here all these options that is related to sheet metal commands that appeared here. So all these commands that we are going to discuss throughout the sessions, that is tab command, flange, contour flange, and if you click on more, then hem flange, job, bridge band, lofted flange, bend, like that. And if I talk about next, then that is closed corner, three band corner, break corner, dimple, lower, drawn cutout, normal cutout, pattern, features, unbend, rebend, and resize bend radius. Like that, we will see all these commands in detail, how these functions to create a sheet metal parts. So we'll see with the example, like we'll draw each and every like we will draw a sheet metals part, and we will use the function of all these. So just to stay connected. Right now I'm going to start with the basics, and then we will move to the tab commands. So before moving forward, if you haven't subscribed this channel, then go and hit subscribe it first so that you can see our upcoming video on earliest basis. So let's start with the tab command, and for that you have to search tab option here and click on that. Once you clicked, then select here sketch selection, and then choose XY plane. You can choose here any plane where you want to draw the sketch. After then click on OK. So your plane has been ready for sketch, that is XY plane, and then you can draw any shape of profile that you want to make for your sheet metal parts. Like maybe it may be rectangle, it may be circle, or it may be any closed profile. Just for simplicity, I am just taking a rectangle so that you can understand better, and I am getting this for a center point rectangle, and just I have drawn this. Okay, we can change the dimension also, and for that you can click here, double click here, and once the option is here, editable option, you can make it like 100, and I have another option, that is uh, the length, and that is you can make 150. That's all. You have both we have adjusted, and now this is a 2D sketch, and we have to convert this into 3D, like a sheet metal with some thickness, and for that we have to go to finish option, and here it will come a thickness. They will ask for the thickness, like by default it will come as 3 mm. You can change it either 2 mm or 1 mm or whatever thickness you want to create. So just go with show result, and here you can see how this looks, how much thickness, whether as per your parts requirement. So I'm okay with this 3 mm, so just go with OK. So this was just basic, and that was the tab function, and let's start the next, that is flange function. Now let's start with the flange command, and for that we have to search flange option here and click on that, and select the edge where you want to create the flange. And for that, like if I have selected this edge, then we can see that flange has been created. And now if you want to change the length, then you can change it from here, or you can change here also. If I want to keep this 40, 50 or whatever, like let me keep it 30. And next you can change the angle, at what angle you want to keep. So it might be 60 degree, or you can say here it might be 120 degree, it will turn like this. It may be 45-degree, whatever angle you want to you want for as per your requirement you can keep. And like as usual you can keep this at 90-degree also. And if you have understand the angle, then I will move forward to the width option, that is full. And next, that is at center. So the center means the flange that will be created at the center, and the width, like how much this width, that you can change here. This may be 20, this may be 40, or this may be whatever up to full. And next, let me keep it 30. And now you want, if you want to keep this at from a corner, like from this corner, from this corner, then for that you have to keep this at end. And you have to select it, select the corner here. It moves forward this side, and you can change this 30 or 40 or whatever, or you can change this corner also. And if you choose this corner, then it will move that side. Got it? And you can change here, rather 50 or 30, whatever. Now one more option is there, that is from and. One option was there at end, and now that is from end. From end means this whatever this 30 mm width, that at a distance of how much, maybe 10, maybe 20, maybe 30. You should understand this two option. At end means directly from the end, and it will be whatever its length. And from end means it will be the length of suppose 40 mm, and at a distance of this gap 10 mm or 20 mm. Got it? And these two we have understand. And now if you talk about the from both end, then basically it will create a distance from both end, from this end and this end, how much we want to create. So like from distance 1, this is right now 30, we can keep it 10. Then this is a 10 mm, and distance 2 is already 10. If we want to keep it 20, then we can see this has been turned like 20. So basically let me keep some bigger gaps so that you can understand easily. This was the 30 and this is 40, and it made something like that. So this were the options for the flange. And it's not like from one side only, you can create this from all sides. Let me make this full, and let me make this blend this side also, or even this side also. Whatever the is you will select, it will make a flange in that way. Got it? So the next one, that is contour flange command, and for that we have to select here on contours flange. And once we select here, then we will be asked to select a curve. Once we select a curve where we want to make a contour flange, then one perpendicular plane will be generated, and one we have to make a sketch as per that in that plane only. And as per the sketch or path, the contour flange will be generated. So for that, let's start to draw a line like that. Then further the next line that is at some angle, and then we can generate some arc also, like here some sort of radius. Here you can see if it's like this, it's at some sort of tangent. And we can define this dimension also, and for that like we can double click here, and we can define this instead of 20, we can define this 25. This is 32, we can define this as 20, and this radius, that is 17, and we can define this as 20. And now if we click close, then we can see if we go further finish, then we can see that our flange has been generated with as per our dimension 25, 20, and radius of 20. Got it? And now if we want if we want to, like, this has been generated as per outside of this seat. So this is why, because the width that is 50, we can make this like something 40, then it is near about seat. If we can make this like 30, then it will be inside. And the next one, that is symmetric option, if we select, then it will come at center, so it will be symmetric from both sides. If we keep this 30, then like it is symmetric and from the center. Now we can make this from the end. If we select next end, and it will you can make this at any end. Like I have already means discussed all these things at the time when we created the flange. So this is after, then this all same. Just what was the difference, that for a flange just you have to select one edge, but for a contour flange you have to select one edge, and then one plane will be generated, perpendicular plane, and in that plane only we have to make a sketch. Like the plane was generated perpendicular to this, and in that plane only we generated this contour profile, and it all made finally. So that's all. That's all about the contour planes. Next we will see uh, some more option. Let's stay connected. So the next command, that is hem planes, and we can see this under more option, and we can click on hem planes, and then we will get the option to select the edge like this. And once we select the edges, then we will get the profile of flange like this. And here we can see the two variables like radius and length, both we can change. And suppose the bend radius, that is 3, we can make this 5 or 6, whatever as per our requirement. And length we can change like from 30 to 60 or 20, whatever you want to keep. So and another options that we can make under hem flange, that is open, close, S type, curl, open loop, closed loops, and centered loop. So let us see one by one uh, how does functions this one. So let us see the first one, that is open. Already I talked. Now the closed one. So if I select the closed one, then you can see there is no gap between the first sheet and banded sheet. Now the third one, that is S type, and within the S type you can see this is looks like this, like it's a S. And within this we can see two options, like this is the radius 1 and this is the radius 2. And if we change here, then how this affect, you can see here. Let me keep the radius 1 10, and let me change the radius 2, that is 5. Then both it's changes like this. Even you can change this length also. First one I can keep this 15, or the second one I can keep this 30. So or you can change this one 30, or the second one that you can keep 15. So it's you can change as per your requirement. And now the fourth one, that is curl type, and within the curl type you can see that how does this looks. And you can change this also. Two radius is there. First one 10, you can make this 15, and next one 5, you can make this 7. Like this you can change. And now the next one, that is open loop, and under open loop you can see here how we have two options to change, like bend radius. If you want to make this 10, then you can see the radius is getting changed. And if I talk about the angle, sweep angle, and this is 45, you can make this 30, or you can make this 60 degree as per your requirement. Now if I talk about the closed loop, then it will get closed totally. And here also we have two options. One, bend radius, the radius from here, that is maybe 20, maybe 10, maybe 20, or maybe 3, or maybe 5, whatever depends upon your requirement. And this is the flange length, how much this from this end of the radius. So here it may be 20, this may be 30, or whatever depend upon your requirement. So this was basically everything about hem flange command. So the next command that we are going to discuss here, that is jog. And for that we have to go under more option and click on this jog option. So after, then we will get here the option to select a curve. So for that we will select here on face, and then we will draw a line or whatever curve you want. According to that, the jog profile will be generated. So followed by finish option, then you will see that the jog profile has been created. This is a jog height, and you can adjust this height by click these options, like you can make this 40, 30 or whatever, depends upon your requirement. So after then, if you want to make this reverse side, then you can even do this reverse like this. And for example, if you want this to keep at some angle like this, then for that also you can change this, like let me delete this option, and once you delete this, then let me draw a line like inclined line, and for that again I will go to jog option, and then I will click one line. Let me select the face, and let us select a line that is at some sort of angle like this, and after finishing we will find that the jog profile has been created in this angle. And here same, you can change whether dimension or you can make this reverse. So I hope so you have understand everything about jog command in details. So let us see the next one. So the next command that we are going to discuss, that is bend command, and for that we have to search more. Under that we can select bend, and after then we have to select curve as usual, and then we have to draw a line or curve as whatever as per requirement, and with respect to that you can create the bend, like we have provided this line and the bend will be created here. So once we go and click over finish, then we can see that the bend has been created. So this bend has been created at an angle of 30 degree from here, you can see. So this we can change like 60, or we can change to 90, depends upon requirement. You can see here, let me do the show result, and this is what the exact parts. So just let it make okay, and here we have seen the bend command, and now we will see the next one. So let us start with the next command, that is lofted flange, and for that we have to go under more option and we have to click over lofted flange. So for that before we will delete some previous operations like this jog and all, so that we can make this sheet some sort of clear, so that we can understand this concept easily. So I have deleted previous commands and all. Now this is a simple tab sheet here. So I will make the lofted flange profile here in this portion. So for that, like I am going to more option, and I have clicked on lofted flange. Now we will be given two options here, to select curve 1 and to select curve 2. So this is basically you can see here this sheet contains two edges here at the end, edges 1 and edges 2. So what this lofted flange means? This means any type of sheet or further extension that will start from here will have two different directions, like this corner may go at inside or this corner will go at outside at some angle. So this is the base type. We'll explain this first, and the next type of lofted flange I will explain, that is like that has to be created between two plane. Here we will create one plane here, and this the second that will be parallel plane will be created, and we will see how does that function. So first of all, let us see this first option, and for that we have to click here on curve 1. So let us see, I have created this at curve 1, and here we saw that one perpendicular plane to this curve has been created. So in this plane we will provide the direction in which direction this curve this lofted flange will tilt. So I am just providing this in like this direction, and click finish. Now I will provide the next curve, and let me zoom this first so that yeah, here the next curve. For that I have to click here, and here I'm going to provide next curve. So again it came normal surface, and here I have to provide the next direction. So next direction is out in outer direction like this. So once this has been created, then what we will do, we will just to simply exit, and we will select here base option from secondary. So I have selected base option. So you can see what I have told that has been generated. You can see the seat with some sort of extension with some inner tilt and outer tilt has been made. So this is called basically lofted planes. So now let us see the second type of lofted planes, as I have told, that exists between two planes. For that I will open a new sheet and I will try to explain there so that you can understand that easily. So I have just created a fresh new sheet, and here I will start with sketch, and sketch in plane so that I can have two plane. So XY plane I have selected. I will choose the sketch. For that within the sketch I will take rectangle, 2-point rectangle, and here I have made one rectangle. Let us delete one side and make it open, because this is a sheet metal function, and sheet metal basically are in open condition. So let me do OK and delete this portion. Now it is open. Now we will choose one another plane that will be perpendicular to this XY but at some distance. So for that we have to choose a datum plane, and let us see that at a distance of 100 mm, and from where then. So from this XY plane. So we have selected one. You can see this. If I tilt, and you can see the next another plane that is perpendicular to this base plane but at a distance of 100 mm. So now we will create some another profile at this datum plane. So for that now we will again go to sketch, and we will select the plane. So I selected this one, and here we will make some sort of arc. So we have chosen the arc here. Yeah, this is 0 point, and here you can see I have made one arc. Let us do finish, and now you can see we have two plane, a plane with a half rectangle and a plane next datum plane with a half circle. So here basically now we will implement lofted planes. So for that we have to go under more and then click on lofted planes, and we have to select again the same procedure, two curve as earlier, but in this condition we will not click here, rather we will click here just on yellow strip, and we will click on one curve. Next we will click here just on this blue strip. As you see that this knot has been selected, so we will click here, and now we will select the second curve, and just after clicking you can see the lofted planes has been implemented here. So just let do this. OK, and our requirement is and our result is generated here. So this was all about lofted planes, and here you can create any shape. Like instead of this rectangle you can make any profile like hexagon, curve, or any type of profile, and in same manner here you can create, instead of this circle you can create any another profile. Even you can create circle to circle, rectangle to rectangle, like that, whatever you want. In that way you can create as per your requirement. So that's all for lofted planes. So let's see the next one. So let's start with the next command, that is bridgeband, and for that we have to go under more option, and we can click here on bridgeband. So basically the concept behind this, like we have to join two surfaces, and both surfaces are on different plane. So for that, what we will do, first of all, we will create two surface in different plane, and let us make one surface. Let's this, and using the tab command, we will convert this into tab, and now we will make one datum plate that will be parallel to this plane at some distance. So our we can see one parallel plane has been created, and now we'll make one another sketch, and that will be done on this that will be created on this plane, parallel plane. So we have selected this, and now we will create a right angle using this command, same like earlier. We will create the tab, and we'll choose here base, and that's all. We have created two different plane, and in that we have made two surfaces, and now using the Brisbane command we will join them together. So for that, like, we have to choose the first edge. So let's the first edge, that is this one, and now the second is that is this one, and using the specify point, like this. So now what we will do, that we can drag this, and we can see that this has been joined. So well, this was basically fold transition, and now just cancel this, and we will apply again Brisbane, and that will be of ZU transaction, and for that again we will select these surfaces, and next one, that is this surfaces, and a specify point will be this one, and here we can see that this is basically somewhat different, and this is U type. So the another type of bridge band that we will see, that is Z type, and for that, like, we have to select one edge, and next edge we can select opposite side, and once we select the start point, then we will find that it has been created like this, and when we reverse it, it will go. We can enlarge this, and now you can see the both surfaces has been joined using this Z type. So this is the use of Brisbane command. So let's see about the next one. So the next command that we are going to discuss, that is advanced flange command, and for that we have to go under more option, and we can find here in advanced section. So here what is the purpose, means where can we implement this advanced plan, that is wherever we will have some sort of curve or radius at the corner or edge, there at the place we have to implement this advanced flange, because we can't implement normal flange command there. So for that, what we have to do, that basically we just have to create one curve, so, or radius. For that I will go to sketch command, and under sketch command I will select one edge, and here I will create one radius from here to here, and let's use the tab command, and with the using tab command we have created one uh, tab with some sort of radius or curve at one end, and if we have to create flange at this section, then we have to use advanced flange. So let's start advanced flange, and here we will select this edge. So just once we select the edge, you can see that the advanced flange at the curve has been generated. So basically at this portion, the normal flange that was available here, that's not possible at curve. So this was the advanced flange, and here what some sort of things we can see, that we can change the angle, that is from 90 degree to 60 degree, like that. You can see it has opened, from 60 degree to we can make 120 degree, then we will see that it's inside. Like that you can make. Got it? If instead of this tab, totally this is circle, in that way and all you can create this. So this was the advanced planes. So, and now we will see the next. And the next command that we are going to discuss, that is lightning cutout. And for that what we have to do, basically we have to select one face. Let's see here itself, and here what we will do, we will simply make some sort of circle, maybe here or somewhere, wherever you want, and at the place just do finish, and here you can see we have some sort of lightning cutout. And in this lightning cutout, what is there, we can change the length. We can make instead of 5 we can make 10, like this you can see. Next we can change, suppose keep it 5, and if I want to change the angle, then instead of 45 degree you can keep 90 degree or 60 degree or whatever, depends upon your requirement. You can see how this is getting changed. And if we use clearance and corner radius, all these things we can change here. So the next command that we are going to discuss, that is joggle command, and that we can find here under more option, or we can select here joggle. So before that what we have to do, that basically we have to make a flange per side, one at this edge, another at this edge, and the joggle command will be implemented on this surface. So for that what we have to do, we'll click on more and joggle. Then basically we have to select the face, so we have selected this face, and basically we have two type of joggle, first single and next one that is twin. So here we will see the single joggle, and after then we will see the twins. So after then we have to specify the starter plane, and for that we have to select this plane in perpendicular direction, like this. Once we select it, then you can see the joggle has been created. Let's go to show option, show result, and you can see it has been created. So you can change the radius, angle, everything from here, the options given with the help of this. So the next option that we will see under joggle command, that is twin option, and for that we have to go under more and we will click on joggle. But before that we have to create one another plane that should be parallel to this, so that we will have two plane where we can take the reference. So for that, first of all, let me take one parallel plane at a distance of 30. It's okay. And now we have one parallel plane here, and so we can click on joggle, and first of all we will select this surface, and then from single we will change this twin, and we will specify the start end, and we will click here, and the next end that we will choose this plane. So we can see it has been converted like this. So basically this is the result of twin joggle command. So let's see the next one. So friends, the next command that we are going to discuss, that is closed corner, three band corner, and break corner. So we will see all these three one by one. So for that, first of all we have to create two consecutive flanges so that the corner can be created, and you can see here we have done that. And now let me zoom it so that you can see this, or it can be visual to you. So the first one, that we have to select the edges, and for that first of all let's select closed corner and the adjacent bands. So we have selected this one and this one. So now we will have multiple options like open, close, circular cutout, U cutout, V cutout, and rectangle cutout. So first of all we'll see the open. So it's in open condition only. So keep the gap. So let's change the gap here we can change this gap is for basically this one. So from here you can change 1 mm or 2 mm. It should be lesser than your sheet thickness. So if you see the result, it's like this. So just undo this and make this 0 as usual. And now we'll talk about this cutout. So once this is open, then next one, that is close, and you can see this is closed now. And now the third one, that is circular cutout. So in this case, this is circular, and here if we provide some sort of diameter, then we can say if we keep it 5, then it can change, can 10 or whatever. So again make it 2.5. And the next one, that is U cut. So it looks like somewhat U. Here we can change again the diameter, and let it keep 2.5 again. And next, that is V cutout. So it looks like V, and here also we can change the diameter, and it looks like now like this. So again keep it 2.5, and change the next one, that is rectangle cutout. And here we have to change the length and width. Suppose length is 2 and width is 2. So it's making like this. If you want to increase this 5, then it will be like something. So let's keep it 2.5, or we can say this is 1 and this is 1 as usual. So this was all about the closed corner. So the next command, that is break corner, and for that basically we have to make some flange here, and let keep 50. And in this if this corner is there, then using the break corner we will simply suppose you keep this radius 10 and select this is, and you can see the result, like it has turned like this. And now the in chamfer option, directly we can same like we can select here and see the chamfer has been implemented. So this was the effect of chamfer and break corner, and now we'll see the next. So next one that we are going to discuss, that is dimple, and for this basically we have to select a curve, and here we can sketch, suppose make one circle here like this, and with finish, our dimple is ready. You can see here. So this depth, radius, everything is defined. We can give the radius of 3, then it will the dimple will look perfect. And you can see here. And now if I talk about lower, then in this option basically we provide again the section, and here we will draw some sort of like circular part, and let's center circle, and here we will make finish. Then we find that if lower has been created, you can see this. Let's show result. You can see lower has been created, and now we will make another lower at this also, so that you can understand this better. So for that, again we will select the lower, and now we will make a sketch again, and again we will click on lower, and we will select the faces, and after then again we will make a rectangle like that, and after then we will do finish. So we can see here that lower has been created again. So the next one, that is drawn cutout, and for that we have to select here, and we'll select the curve as earlier, and after then we will make a rectangle like this. Suppose we are making center rectangle, and after then we will finish it. Then we can see here that the drawn cutout has been made. We can see this using show result, and you can see this has been made, and even we can change this depth from 10 to 5, and we can see the result here. So this was about all drawn cutouts. So the next one we'll see, that is bid. So what is bid? Basically, in that we can again we can select this curve, and after then we can basically make a line like this, and after then we will do this finish. So on this line the bid will be created, and that will be like either a circular, U shape, or V shape, depends upon our requirement. You can here click here to see the result like this, and for each and every function we can change. If we have U shape, then we will have depth, radius, and this is formed, length, punched, everything will be changeable. We can change that. All these are variables. If you are U shaped, then we can change the depth and width. Suppose depth we create 6, then first it will be 6, and then under that the some sort of angle also will be there, width also will be there. Suppose width is 5, then it's like that. So you can change all these things. So that's all. Now let's see about the next one. So the next section that we are going to discuss, that is solid punch command, and for that basically we have to create a 3D model that will be for punch, and after once the punch is created in modeling section, then we will use solid punch command. So for that we will go to sketch, and here we will draw a rectangle, and after then we'll draw a rectangle, and we'll make a normal cutout like that. Okay, that's all, it's enough. And now let's extrude this up to 20, and curve, that is this one already selected only, and this should be kept none. Value should be symmetric so that we can make it both sides. Distance we should keep 20. So here you can see the punch has been created, and now again we will go to sheet metal, and here we will use solid punch, and for that we will select one faces, and this is the body, and once we click show the result, we can see that the punch has been solid punch command has been generated here. Well, let's see the next. So the next command that we are going to discuss, that is gusset, and for that what we have to do, that basically we should need one flange like here, and now we'll use gusset, and for that we'll click here on gusset option, and first of all we select one, as here it said that we should click on face, and after then specify the plane. We'll choose this plane. So we can see in this uh, plane the gusset has been created. So this was all about gusset. So the next command, that is normal cutout, and for that basically we will select this one, and we will create a sketch. For sketch means, let me select one rectangle, and in this, like, well, I will finish. So you can see just a simple form is there, it has been cut out. So this was a normal cutout, and now we'll see the next one. So the next command that we are going to discuss, that is unbend, rebend, and resize bend radius. So first of all we'll see unbend, and for that we have to select face 1, then we have to select face 2, and we can see it has been unbend, means it has become straight. So again, if we go to this rebend section, then using the selecting the face, we can turn this. Again, if we go to rebend option, then by selecting this face, we can bend this again. So this was the rebend and resize bend radius. So here basically this radius can be changed. So if this radius is 3, then we can make this 5. So let's show the real, and it should be there should be some sort of relation between like face. Yeah, so you can see the radius has been changed. And next one, that is resize bend radius, and for that what we have to do, simply we have to select the face and we have to change the radius. So from 3 to we can make this 6. You can see this radius has been changed. So this was all about NX sheet metal commands. I hope I have explained each and every functions and commands in detail and in simplest possible form or simplest possible language. So friends, you have understand all these things, and our coming sessions also will be with all these commands with detailed view, like how to make progressive tools and all, or other another tools and all for this sheet metal. So we'll work over there and we will see all these things and all. So that's all for today, friends, and don't forget to hit like for this video, as well as don't forget to subscribe this channel, as in future also I'm going to bring such type of informative and relevant content for you. As well as you can visit our website www.industrylearning.co.in. Here you can find the advanced courses that will be relevant for you to switch your job or to grow your career, as well as you can apply for a job also here after getting the certifications. You can find here the selection of most useful book and many more. So don't forget to visit also, and that's all for today. Thank you.